Hi, today is another episode of Rebecca Reads. And today I am going to do a movie slash book review. Well, not movie slash book review, but a movie, the book compared to the movie kind of comparison. So, today's book is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I do not have a cover because I don't have the original book. It was on the Kindle that I've read, and this is the movie I watched. I watched Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton film. Now, this movie has the first book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and the second book, which is Through the Looking Glass. It does incorporate some characters through both of the books. Now I'm going to explain the characters and the plot. First, the plot is Alice is 7 years old in the book, and her character here is obviously 19 years old. She's older and more refined and more professional and stuff. So Alice in the book is she's unsure of herself, but then as the novel goes, she's more sure of herself and she's more comfortable, speaking what she wants and stuff. Whereas the movie, she's unsure of herself, but unsure of decisions. She wants to please everybody else, and she learns how to please herself. Most likely please herself rather than please everybody else. Some of the characters that were in this movie was the Red Queen, which is compromises of characters of the Red Queen in Through the Looking Glass, and the what was it? The Queen of Hearts through in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And she most looks like the Queen of Hearts. There's a picture there in the corner. She goes off with your head, so she mostly resembles not the Red Queen, but the Queen of Hearts. Mostly. We do have the Dormouse, who's more of a fighter than and does sleep occasionally, but more of a fighter. She is a female and she's fierce and she's more of a fighter, whereas the other Dormouse is more sleepy and doesn't really do much in the book. Then we have the Mad Hare. The Mad Hare and the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter, which is on the cover of this, obviously, which is obviously Johnny Depp. The Mad Hare is very close to Alice in this movie. He's kind of like a friend, more like, whereas the book, he's not really a friend, he's more of an annoying person and stuff. Then we have the Mad Hare. The Mad Hare, again, is the same as the book. He's just mad, and, they have some of the lines in the movie, too. The White Rabbit is also in the movie with the trench coat, White Rabbit. And there are parts in this movie that she doesn't go to the White Rabbit's house. I think she meets him like 2 or 3 times in the movie, and throughout the movies, but she goes on her own sort of adventure and stuff. And then we have Alice, and Alice is right over here, and on this cover too. And obviously, I've already explained to her that she is a different age, and she is going to get married to this guy in the beginning. And, she tries to make the decision in her life that she needs to, not marry him or marry him or whatever. And then we have the Cheshire Cat, which is also an advisor character. He is definitely an advisor character in Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, where he gives Alice advices and how to deal with some situations. Same thing here. He does appear less, and he does appear more as a trickster and like a jokester rather than more of a serious character. He's a jokester in this movie. In this movie right here, the Cheshire Cat is a jokester. Then we have the White Queen, and she is not a character. That is a character that is not in Alice in Wonderland. The White Queen is in the second one, Through the Looking Glass, which I have not read yet. And then I also have the Caterpillar and Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Now, Caterpillar is in Alice in Wonderland, and he just has one part in Alice in Wonderland in the book, and he just tells her some advice, sort of advice thing, to eat the mushroom, and one half will make you grow taller and the other half will make you grow smaller. He also does that in this movie, but you meet him throughout the movie numerous times, and he has a name other than the Caterpillar, which I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is and obviously this story is a little bit different. This Alice in Wonderland takes place in the future. Obviously, she's been to Alice in Wonderland before, when she was 7, and this takes place after her visit in Alice, and then she's grown up and she experiences falling down the hole and experiences it again. It does show the scene with the keyhole, the doors, and her trying the keys, trying each door with the keys, and then finding the little door and then opening that up. It does show her that, but it's not like a hallway, it's more like a circular area. The animation is brilliant in this movie, and I like it, but what I also like is not only the graphic design, but how Alice appears small and tall, which is also a form of, when you eat or drink, you become smaller or bigger, and all that stuff in the book, too. So, yeah, and that's some similarities. There are a lot of differences in this movie. First is the comparison, and the second is the retelling. First is the comparison. It's not a comparison, but it combines the two books into this one movie. Kind of combines the Queen's character with the two characters, and it adds the White Queen and the White Knight. It doesn't add all the characters in Alice in Wonderland, so we're missing the Mock Turtle and the Griffin. I don't even think the Griffin's in this movie. I watched it again, and I don't really think that. We do have other creatures in this movie that are not in either, I don't think, books. One is like a dog-ish character that, that kind of chases Alice in the beginning and steals some of the other characters in the beginning, and other characters. I really liked this movie, but it wasn't, it just wasn't like the book, obviously, and it's a very different ending and stuff, and she basically fights the Jabberwocky in the end, and it's about her fighting and killing the Jabberwocky, which we already know in the beginning, but, and her believing in herself and stuff. So I suggest you rent this maybe, because it is a good movie. I really like it, and I bought it obviously, but it's not this the same as the movie. So yeah, and that